Welcome! After watching this video, you'll have a good sense of how the Getting Things Done with Others Notion template can be used in end-to-end daily processing as per the Getting Things Done approach. So let's get into it. So what I'm going to be using here is a demonstration database which has some content in it, as the online template does not. So the daily processing would be starting from the View and Reflect page, which I'm already in. And we're going to follow the steps. Basically is to clarify all the items that we've captured, then to organize those decisions, and then do a review of what's going on within our lists. So straight into capture, we're going to come up with a number of different things. So first we have a Christmas Day swim. Christmas Day swim. So what is that? That's probably a project. It has multiple steps. So exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave that Christmas Day, and you can see we've got a typo when it was captured. So we're going to fix that straight away. So we now Christmas Day swim, not swim. All right, and this is a project which we're going to complete the rest of these details in a little while. So that's that. Bathroom tiles are cracked. So this is yet another project, but this is probably not something we're going to do this time of year. There's a lot going on, so we'll create a deferred project for that. And that's up and done. Ask the doctor about vitamin D. Health checks are coming up, so I'm going to create a task for this. A new task, and we'll come back to that later. Sarah promised to share a list of things in Tuscany. So there's a holiday that this user Alex is organising. So that would be something that we're waiting on, some information. So we'll create a task for that as well. And we'll close that. And we've got some information here that's going into a project we're working around the kitchen renovation. So I'm going to create a note for this one. And it's going to be project support. And that's that. And we need ice for the Christmas party. So the Christmas party that's being organised, this is going to be a task as well. We'll create a new task for that, and that's done. So now we've got everything clarified. So the next step is, as we go back to review and reflect, let's check. It's to organise those decisions. So let's go into the organise. So now we're going to have a combination of the things that we've just clarified that need to be organised, plus anything else existing in the Getting Things Done system here that needs to be reviewed. So the first one up here is overdue tasks. So we've got a task to do here as part of a project, and it's overdue. It was due to be done yesterday, today being the 17th. So I'm going to flag that as due now because it needs to be done. Research holiday destinations. This is also overdue. So we're going to put this as do none for the moment as well. Schedule doctor's appointment. So this is a snooze task that was done in the past. So basically it was snoozed. We'll have a look at the date it was snoozed to. It will be available in the extra details. It was snoozed again to 2 days ago. So we need to do something with that. What I'm going to do with this one is, because there's not a big rush to do it and there's a lot going on, I'm actually going to modify the snooze date and put it until tomorrow. And that way it gets it away from me for the moment. So that's the task organised. Let's scroll through the list and see what else we need to organise. What is this? A missing date. So we basically, we have a final processing workshop with the product, and it doesn't have a date. It's a meeting without a date. Now for memory, that's going to happen next week. So let's make sure we'll look up the calendar and put a date on it. So that's organised. Now here's some of the things we just captured earlier. So we've got missing a bucket, so ice for Christmas party. So let's go and find a bucket or a project for that. There is a project for this, and it's Christmas. Let's try Christmas and see what shows up. If we get the spelling right. So we have a host Christmas party. That's where that's coming through. So that's where that needs to go. Sarah promised a holiday, so we have a vacation coming up as well. And this is going to go into vacation. And this is actually a waiting for, so I'm going to change that to be waiting for, and I'm going to give it, we'll just say, so that's waiting for Sarah to give us the information. Let's leave that. Ask the doctor about vitamin C. So this is part of the health checks that we're going for. So let's put this in a project. Annual checkups. We'll leave that as is for the moment. We'll see what happens with that. Weekly review together is something that we're planning, that Alex and Jamie, his partner, are planning to do, and it doesn't have a bucket. we're going to need to find somewhere to put that in. This is probably going to be a bucket. So let's add a bucket for this and see what happens. What are we going to project for this? Relationship. There we go. So that's now got a bucket, and go a bit further and we'll come back to that. So we have a meditation practice as an in progress project with no tasks. If we go back up, we'll see that bit fixed. So we've got, what was it? Bio meditation app. So this is a task, and the project is going to be meditation. There's meditation practice, the task. And we'll find, let's leave that as new for the moment. See what happens. So that's resolve that. And we'll go down and see what else is going here. Okay, so now we've got this task that we organise, as Sarah's promising to share the list of the things to do in Tuscany. It's showing as missing a contact. So this basically means it's a waiting for, and it doesn't have anybody in the waiting for. So we need to add that. So let's put Sarah in. Sarah should be already part of one of our contacts. Sarah, there she is. So now that's resolved that. So that's now organised. Let's keep going, see what else we need to do. Sunday family dinner. Meeting or gathering with no participants. So Sunday family dinner is organised for Sunday, but there's nobody coming. So we're going to have, who we're going to have? We're going to have, obviously, Alex is going to be there, and Jamie's going to be there. And let's say Grandma Ruth is coming along as well. And obviously then the children. And there should be, and we'll leave that as that for the moment. So that resolves that problem. We've also got another activity, a tree farm visit, and this is an event, and again it has no participants in it. So who are we going to do that with? Well, we'll put Jamie and we'll put Alex into that, and we'll put Ethan in there as well for the moment. Okay, so that resolves that. Let's see if there's anything else we need to resolve. We do have some other things to resolve. We're missing relationships. So we've got basically a note. This is in the note section. It's not, this note is not anywhere. So we need to add this to relationship. The project is going to be the kitchen renovation. There we go. That's now going to resolve that. And the doctor contact information is going to be the annual checkups. Annual checkups. There we go. And that's now resolved. Let's see what else. It's a long list, isn't it? We're still going. We've got projects organised here. So we've got some projects. This is coming up as not so share the bucket. So we deferred that, but we didn't put it in a bucket. We'll make that deferred too while we're here. So let's put house home renovations as being the portfolio. We're going to put that through. Christmas Day swim. We need to give this project a bucket. We need to do something with it too. And let's see if we can put it in travel and adventure. That's probably a good place for a Christmas Day swim. Christmas Day swim is still showing up on the list of these. It's new projects. We need to turn it to active. It's active. See if that solved it. It did not. We've got active projects with no in progress tasks. So Christmas Day swim. Well, what is a task we need to do? What do we need to do? We need an active task for that. So it's probably going to be view the tides for Christmas Day. And that will be a task we need to do at the computer. It doesn't require a lot of energy. And we probably need a due date on that. Probably need to do that somewhere ahead of Christmas. All right, so that's now resolved. Explore meditation. So with meditation practice that we created earlier, we had a task we added into this as the Bio Meditation app subscription, but we didn't activate it or do anything with it. So it's coming up as still as a problem. So let's give that. We're going to get that at the computer low because I can do it on the computer anywhere else. So let's check to see if there's anything else related. We've still got some going. We've got career development as being we don't have a bucket for that. Let's add the bucket. Let's put that into work, put in professional career development. And that hopefully is it. So that's it. So we've now got through our organised stage. There's a few things to do there because we hadn't been in there for a few days. So now we're going to engage and do, and if we're going to reflect and do, actually, well, let's check that. Review the tasks, engage and do, and tip. Review each list, confirming your active commitments. So basically, are you still committed to the things in your list? So we can do that. We've got the day planner, things we need to get done today. We need to draft. Yes, need to do that. Talk with Ethan about the science project. Yes, we need to get this Christmas tree cut and so forth. Yes, so that's all fine. And now we're getting down to the do todays, which we can leave for a minute. These all still need to be done. This task here, we've got, let's have a look at this. This is snooze to today and the LinkedIn. I know I'm quite busy today, so I'm going to defer this and we'll snooze it till tomorrow. And that will now take it off the list. And then otherwise to do as soon as possible, we're going to list out, see through our tasks and read through those, and they seem to be pretty relevant and still important. We've got this activity. I'm now looking at this and thinking maybe it's not something we might not need to do that for the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this because I've got a lot going on this week. I'm going to wait till after Christmas. We'll go to the 2nd. After the New Year is probably a better time to think about that. So that's now snoozed, and the system should change that snooze, and now that's gone off my errands. So that's now a better setup for the week, and the things I'm waiting for, they're still being waiting for, and the conversations I need to have as well. So that then completes my review. And that then completes the daily routine as shown through the Getting Things Done with Others Notion template. You've been watching and listening to me, Brad Allen. I'm a life coach with a no BS approach. You can find out more about all that I do at bradallen.coach. Bye now.